Hey everyone, it's Paige here. Welcome back to the Paige Show. So, in case you haven't noticed, it's pumpkin season. Yes, I love pumpkins almost as much as tacos and coffee. Probably they're all equal, honestly. Yep, if I think about it, they're all equal. So I know for a few reasons when it is fall. I love the fall season for the spiritual and metaphysical aspects. I love the time of year for the veil to be thinner and all of these wonderful happenings of spirit going on around us. I love Halloween for that reason. I love everything about fall. I love the change of the seasons, the change of the environment and the trees. It just feels like everything shifts for me. And I know that it's going into a season of harvest. It is harvest time, people. And the pumpkins are very symbolic of that for me for a lot of reasons. Not to mention that I love pumpkin spice. Everything. So my kids know that I am itching around that, last week of September. I'm like, is it too early? Kind of like it's 11 o'clock in the morning. Is it too early for a glass of wine feeling? Some days that's how I feel around the end of September because I can't pick my pumpkins too early or they won't still be good for Halloween or, after. I carry that into Thanksgiving, of course. But I'm raring to go. And it's very symbolic because I'm really raring to go for that change of season. The energy that I get in that change. I love the idea of harvest, that you have worked so hard. You have, done all of the planting, the growing, you've watched it, you've seeded it, you've watered it, and now you've picked it, right? The number 9 for the month of September being that of harvest and gathering, and then October, the 10 there, which is the 1, is like the new beginning shift that I feel. So harvest time is all about that gathering of everything that you've worked for and going into that shift. Hopefully you hear it even in my voice energetically because I feel that in my body and I just love it. And so for me, all the things pumpkin, my kids know there's going to be pumpkin pie in the house, pumpkin coffee, pumpkin tea. I can't even label it all. There's pumpkin donuts, all of the things. They love this time of year. It's my oldest birthday month. It's my favorite holiday month, right? It's mom's time of year. The witch hats that are ready or not out year round are coming out. I have some special ones that stay packed away. They just know. It's like there's this knowing in their little body as well that, it's coming. The seasons changed and here we are. And so I encourage you to think about that for your life too. What does harvest time mean for you? What does it feel like when you talk about this time of year? What do you look forward to? What happens that's great for you? If nothing has happened great for you, I don't believe that. I think that you just have to look harder, first of all. But if, by chance, this time of year has not served you, if there's literally nothing you can find positive about this time of year, then that's your job, to find a positive thing about harvest time, to start incorporating that energy into your life. Because without doing that, you can look back and you can realize that you're never in a down mode. Okay, winter is kind of reflective and the time where nothing new is really starting or growing. This is not, God speak, right? This is just symbolism of seasons and how they've been honored through centuries, okay? And then we can bring that into our life as well if we pay attention. If we're in cycle and rhythm with Mother Earth, you can feel that. You feel the full moons, everybody can acknowledge that, and you feel the seasons. That's how we used to go about our lives before technology and before man controlled it and put dates on things. We felt the change around us in our bodies and in the environment around us. And so, look at that for this time of year for you and how can you shift that? Because without the shift of the seasons, we'd always be in one season. Now, why I really love fall is that I probably least like summer. So I say this to get you to think. Whatever season you least like, the one coming after it is one that you should probably embrace, something that you plant seeds for. In the season that you dislike the most, you do the work in that season so that you can enjoy, rest, and be fruitful in the season that you do like. So again, symbolism there. I love the summer for a short period of time. And I like the beach. I like the pools. I like getting a suntan. I love the warmth for a while. But there's something that happens in my body. The end of August, I'm ready for fall. Like September, it comes on and I am ready, right? I just know it in my body. And even if, depending on the part of the country you live in, you don't know it based on your seasons and the environment around you, I want you to think about how you feel in your body. Go inward. Do you get more depressed or anxious? Do you get more energy? What's happening that, spirit, universe, your intuition, your physical body is trying to tell you to pay attention to. So that's what I would think about. How can harvest time serve you? What can you find exciting about it? And how can you take from that so that you have something to harvest for? Okay, or look forward to harvesting. And how that works is you start to then see how all the seasons have a play in that. For me, winter, I loved it because of snow. Now where I live now, I'll never see snow. I'm going to have to go back home to visit that. But for me, as you change that symbolism too that I'm sharing, is now I'm in a new environment, and instead of being able to trust what's going on outside to tell me that the season's changed, I have more of attunement with my body. Being where I am now, my body was telling me that the seasons have changed. The messages I'm getting, the connection, everything starts to have synchronicities of the seasons changing. If I didn't look at a calendar, I could still know that. And that's what I'm encouraging you to tune into, get away from some of the technology. I know everybody's going to think that's crazy because how else would we do podcasts or any of the great things that we have too? But I'm a huge believer in balance, and I do social media and electronics and all the things I have to deal with on a daily basis. There are times I literally would throw them out the window and never pick them up again if I didn't have to. Literally have to is the key words there. So I know that there's a benefit to letting that go sometimes and just getting back in tune with the other ways that we know the seasons change, especially when it comes to harvest time, because it is the time for celebration. It's not a mistake that the holidays are towards the end of the year, that you work all year long, you work hard, and there is supposed to be a time of rest. Even the Bible shares that the Sabbath was the day of rest. Okay, we honor going to church on Sunday, most of Christianity, because we need a day of rest. You work for 6 days and you rest on the 7th. That's kind of the foundation for that. So no matter where you pull from or who you are, where you come from, there's a connection to all of this happening around you, that we have a time for work and play, and there's a time for harvest and rest, because then we rebuild, we regroup, and we go back into the next season of that expanding and planting and growing. Okay. And so I love this talk for all of the reasons, but more importantly, go out there, enjoy something pumpkin for this time of year before it's all off the shelves. Take in something to make you embrace this time of year for special for you, for creating something unique for you to remember it by. And I hope that this helps you and encourages you and gives you a little bit of laugh. Until we do it again, take care of yourself.